everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing kind of a special video. We are going to be recreating my wedding venue in The Sims 4. If you played The Sims, I'm sure you know they recently released a wedding pack. To be honest, I don't even know the actual name of it. I just know that it is very buggy, and I did consider getting the pack, but I felt like I saw so many reviews and other content creators saying that it was really buggy, and it kind of made playing your game worse if your Sims were engaged. So it's a no for me for right now. We'll see about later when they put patches on the pack, but for now, I just thought it would be fun to do a nice wedding build in The Sims. So I also thought this would be a good way for you guys to kind of maybe get to know me a little bit better, maybe to see a little bit more of a personal side of me. I know a lot of you guys are newer to the channel because you came from my Dream Home Decorator Let's Play, so this might be a good chance for us to get to know each other better. Yeah, so I am going to do my best to try to pop pictures up on the screen of what I took reference from. So I am married. I've been married for, I should know this off the top of my head, but I want to say I think it's going to be 5 years this summer, which is crazy. My husband is a very wonderful person, and I will make sure to put pictures up of us whenever I can so that you guys can see what I took inspiration from. Right now, I am working on the front entrance of the build. So the front entrance was kind of interesting. It had like this really, really beautiful porch, like a wraparound porch almost kind of deal in the front. And it took me a lot of tries in The Sims to be able to recreate it. It's kind of like an octagon? I think hexagon. Octagon is 8. So I think hexagon. It's a hexagonal shape. Please, I used to be a first grade teacher. I should know this. But yeah, so it took me a lot of tries to get that front of the build correct. It also has a beautiful round roof on the top of it, and then to the right of it, it was like a second story, which was actually a bridal suite. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, the whole venue was so beautiful. I just absolutely fell in love with it once I saw it. We did a tour of a couple places to find a venue once we knew we wanted to get married, and yeah, I just fell in love with this one. It was absolutely beautiful. It had like a river running in the background of it, so I mean, we got married right by a waterfront view. Like, how you can't get better than that. I definitely tried to imitate that as best I could in The Sims. Also, if you guys ever want to see my husband, I could ask him if he'd be willing to pop into a video. I don't know how he'd feel about that. I've never really asked him. But yeah, there could be some fun there of like him doing a voiceover to a video, or him like me trying to teach him how to build in The Sims. Like, that would be hysterical, I think, because he's like, I'm kind of like a serious and calm person, and he's like completely the opposite. He's like spontaneous and hilarious, so I think we balance each other out really well. But yeah, let me know if you guys would want to see that, and I'm sure I could ask him how he would feel about that. Also, in the build right now, I am working on the actual reception area. So the reception area was really, really cool at my wedding venue. It had a hallway in between like the entrance area and the reception area, and then there was a gazebo in the very back. So we actually did get married under the gazebo, and we put florals and greenery and curtains on it, and it was just beautiful. Also, I think a lot of the windows that I used were base game. At first, I started trying to only do a base game build just so that it would be accessible to a lot of you guys, because not everyone has every single pack in the game, so that gets a little complicated. I kind of failed at that. I kind of gave up and didn't like stick to any rules, but I have uploaded one base game speed build to... Have I? No, I uploaded a starter home speed build. I haven't done any base game builds, I don't think, but if that's something that you guys want to see, definitely let me know as well. That could be a fun challenge, because I usually don't care too much about what packs I'm using, and I don't really think about it that much, but so yeah, that could be interesting, an interesting video as well. Okay, so right now in the build, I am working on the landscaping in the front entrance. I had so much fun doing the landscaping. I cannot tell you guys how relaxing it is just to like come home from a long day of work and just spend like hours just putting virtual pixel flowers into a build. It does something to me that I can't explain. It's just so relaxing and I love it. But the venue had 2 like plots of landscaping right in front of the entrance. On the front porch there were little white tables and chairs. In the real venue there were like rocking chairs on either side of the door, but I don't know that we have rocking chairs in The Sims. We might have gotten them with like Nifty Knitting, but I don't have that pack. I feel like a lot of content creators that play Sims have every single pack, but I wait for them to go on sale, and I don't know. I don't buy every single pack. If I'm not interested in it, I don't buy it. I think I was reading, maybe I saw it on TikTok or something, but someone said the entirety of the Sims 4 game would be $1,300 if you bought every single pack, and that like blew my mind. That completely blew my mind. I was like, what? That cannot be real. But I didn't fact check that, but could be real. And the fact that we still need mods to make it fix things, that's a problem. And yet I spend all of my evenings editing Sims videos and making Sims videos. On a lighter note, we are now working on the reception area, and I had in my reception 2 big rows of like farm tables just to really make everyone feel included, and everyone like all one big happy family. We had around 80 or so people at our wedding. I wanted to keep it pretty small. I just wanted it to feel really intimate, so I tried to recreate that like family table style setting in the build as well, so that hopefully your Sims can have conversations together and it'll be lovely. And then opposite of that, there was like a music area where we hired a DJ for the reception, and there was a gorgeous fireplace. And I think I'll get into more of decorating that a little bit later in the build. But also I'm working on a basement area. So on the left side, there's a basement that went downstairs to a groom suite. So the groomsmen and the groom could get ready and play pool. There's a pool table and maybe darts and like a TV and a lounge and like a bar. I don't really know. I didn't go down there, but I do have pictures, so I did my best to recreate it in The Sims. And then upstairs to the right, there was a staircase leading up to a bridal suite, and it was beautiful up there. I got ready, and it was amazing. I'm building in the front entrance area, so I did also build a little bit of a kitchen area and a bathroom in that entrance area. That part wasn't as interesting, so I didn't include it in the build, but just so your Sims have a place to use the restroom and cook a meal if you wanted to hire a chef, so that the build is actually functional to the Sims. The wedding venue that I had actually did have those as well in those places, but I don't know if they looked exactly like that because I never really went in them, but you gotta use your imagination to some extent, right? Which I will definitely give you a closer look at everything at the end of the build once we're done. And now we're doing a very fun part of the build where we actually got married. We said our vows in this little gazebo area. So I'm decorating the back a little bit and adding some more windows. I believe those windows are base game, but the reception area actually was different than how I'm building it in The Sims. It actually was like half wall and half like clear roll-up garage door. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know if I have pictures of it in my wedding album, but it almost was like half inside, half outside, and I think we did that just in case it rained or if it got to be too hot. It was a good option to do that, but it ended up being like a pretty nice day, so we ended up leaving the like little garage door things open, which was really nice. It was my dream to have part of my wedding be outside, so that was amazing. And now I'm working on the ceremony area in front of the gazebo. We had chairs set up, and honestly, I don't even remember what kind of decorations I had next to my chairs, but I remember my theme was just white and greenery. So I did try to match that as closely as possible in The Sims, and you can see the gazebo is full of white curtains now as well. Oh, and now we're moving up to the bridal suite on the second floor. I think this was the only second floor in the house, which I don't know. This house used to be like a $1.5 million home, like someone's home, and I think someone bought it out and made it into a wedding venue. I don't know the exact story of it, but it is very much like a like a farmhouse on the river. I do live in Georgia in the United States, which is pretty southern, but I'm not like that much of a southern girl, but I didn't ever think I would love like the farmhouse venue type, but it was just so beautiful and it was on the river, so it was like a dream come true. And they did a great job decorating it to make it my style as well. And it looks like now we're moving down to the groom suite. So you'll see I have a bar set up in the back, and I just set up a couch down there. I didn't do anything too crazy for that area, but just in case you wanted your Sims, your masculine Sims, to get dressed, they have a place to do that. Oh, and now we're moving on to the fireplace in the reception area. So this was a beautiful focal point in the reception, and guys, I'm not kidding. I spent hours decorating this in real life. What? Why barking? I think Arya's very upset at the fact that she can see BIRDS outside the window. You guys watch this. You see a bird? You see a bird? Get him. I think she got that from whenever we take her on walks. We'll like chant and cheer her on and say, "Do you see a bird? Do you see a bird?" Every time she hears the word bird, she's like, where? I think she's a mix of a Brittany Spaniel and a King Charles Spaniel. I think Brittany Spaniels like to chase birds apparently, so maybe that's where she gets it from. But okay, anyways, back to the build. We are working on the fireplace area. They did a beautiful job decorating this. We had like greenery and candles, just to kind of give you the same vibe that a fire would. I don't know if the fireplace actually worked or not, but it was the summertime when we got married and it was very hot outside where we were, so we opted for no fireplace burning and just did candles to give it a nice ambiance instead. I am also moving towards the front entrance room, and I kept it pretty basic in the front entrance. I did some white tables and chairs. I think there was like a sitting area, some tables, some mirrors, like some signs for guests to figure out where they were going, but it was pretty simple, and the whole inside of the house is white. Like they had beautiful wood flooring, which I think those are from Get Famous. I don't think I've actually ever used that flooring before, but I did for this build because it looked like kind of rustic, which was definitely, I feel like, the theme of the venue. It was like kind of rustic, like elegant rustic, if that makes sense. I also am adding an outside patio. I do not remember at all what was actually on this side of the building. In fact, I think it was like all trees. The actual venue was very lush, and there was like beautiful fields of flowers and forest, and so I think this side of the venue is actually trees on either side of the hallway with windows. But I decided for the Sims I would make it like a little table area so that if you did want to have your Sims sit outside, they could definitely do that. I also ended up adding a lattice. Guys, I don't remember what that's called, but you know what I'm talking about, where you have like a little wooden beams above you where plants are growing. I used I want to say that fencing is from Base Game, but it's just like it's a very small fence, and I just used it on the roof instead and put plants over it, and I thought it looked really beautiful. But okay, you guys, after many hours of building, this is the final build, so I'll give you a look from far away, and I will also try to include pictures as I'm showing you the final product so you can see. This is the front entrance room. We have a sitting area, and then for functionality, I added a bar over here, and then behind that we have a kitchen if you do want to hire a chef to cook for your Sims. And then over to the right we have a nice little piano area just in case you wanted to hire a musician, and a bathroom behind that. Next to the kitchen there are stairs to go down to the groom suite. I put some stuff to change, a bathroom, a bar, and TV down there. Tried to make it very dark and masculine. So yeah, that was very fun to build in contrast to our bridal suite. That was very white and dainty. I put some spaces for you to get ready, to freshen up your makeup, and then it had this beautiful bed to take pictures on. Then going back downstairs through the hallway, there is a reception area, and I tried to put some decorations on the table to make it look nice, and I even put some food for your Sims. But you can just delete that if you don't want them. But if you do not feel like cooking, then there's already food there. Hopefully it will stay fresh for you off the gallery. But then next to that, I put a sized down dance floor and a cake cutting area that already has a cake on it right in front of our beautiful fireplace. And then again, there's like a music area for a musician if you wanted to hire someone. And then next to that, we have a beautiful outdoor bar and patio. And I'm just showing you guys at night, I put string lights just to give it like a little bit more of a magical feel to it. And I'm showing you how everything looks at night as well. So I think this venue looks so beautiful at night with all the lights, so that the space could go from your ceremony during the day to reception at night if you do so wish to do that. Then from the back, I have a little pathway leading to the gazebo with an actual wedding arch, and that pathway actually goes all the way around to the front entrance again, so like the pathway is like one big circle. Which is how my venue was in real life too. We are now at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the speed build and the nice little tour at the end. Are any of you guys married? Would any of you guys want to get married in a venue like this? If not, what would your dream wedding venue look like? Do you not want to get married at all? Let me know down below. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and leave a comment down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.